Denver 7 On Demand is brought to you by Ferguson and BAC Appliance Center, the best in bath, kitchen, and lighting for your home.
I'm Jessica Porter with the latest from Denver 7. It took several hours, but just before 5 p.m., Colorado State troopers began escorting drivers stuck near Silverthorne or at Loveland Ski Area. You can see they're just thrilled to be heading east back towards the city. Take a look at this. Avalanche mitigation work sent snow tumbling down this mountainside near Loveland Ski Area, and this video shows a controlled avalanche in 10 Mile Canyon, the same area where those slides fell on Sunday near Copper Mountain. This area is now back open. Colorado Avalanche Information Center shows the mitigation work above Berthoud Pass and Highway 40. This is the first time an avalanche on this path has hit the highway since 1957. And Chief Meteorologist Mike Nelson is tracking even more snow in the mountains. Mike?
Jessica, there'll be a little bit of snow overnight tonight and during the day on Wednesday, but it's Wednesday night into Thursday that the snow really increases with up to 20 inches of snow possible in the Colorado high country. We won't see much on the plains, just some flurries. That's the first storm, and then that's going to move out of here Thursday into Friday with mild and dry weather for Friday on the plains. A new storm approaches by late Friday into Saturday. It means more heavy snow, perhaps a foot or more for the mountains. Light rain and snow expected on the plains as well. So, in the 7-day forecast, it's mountain snow Wednesday and early Thursday. Dry and milder Thursday for Denver and the plains. We get some rain showers changing over to light snow late Friday into early Saturday. Saturday, more heavy mountain snow, just perhaps a couple of inches of snow expected on the plains, but colder. Sunday's 45, Monday's 52, and then another big storm hits the state by the middle of next week.
Well, we thought we heard the worst of it, but tonight we're hearing new, gruesome details in the tragic killing of Shannon Watts and her two little girls, Cece and Bella. The attorneys for Shannon's parents appeared on Dr. Phil late this afternoon. They shared what we expect will be released to the media this week by investigators who recently re-interviewed Chris Watts in a Wisconsin prison. Watts now claims he and Shannon got into a fight when she returned home from her work trip that fateful August night. He says he admitted his affair and asked for a divorce. Watts claims Shannon told him he would never see his kids again. Those words are what may have sparked the murder. The most heart-wrenching new details just learned today are the hardest to hear. Watts says he took his daughters with him to bury their mother. They were both still alive. He placed Shannon in the grave, then smothered Cece with her favorite blanket.
At this point, Bella had, I guess, unbuckled herself from the vehicle, and he went back to the vehicle, and at that point, Bella said, "Please, Daddy, do not do to me what you just did to Cece."
Watts is serving 3 life sentences in a Wisconsin prison. Absolutely disturbing. The litigation between Masterpiece Cake Shop owner Jack Phillips and the state of Colorado is officially put to bed. The State Civil Rights Commission announced today they agreed to dismiss all lawsuits against Phillips and his bakery in exchange for Phillips dismissing his federal case against the state. You'll remember Phillips made national headlines in 2012 and years following after he refused to make a wedding cake for a same-sex couple citing religious beliefs. New details tonight on this former Lakewood assistant principal accused of providing alcohol to a minor. Michael Pate used to work at Carmody Middle School. According to newly released court documents, a male student at Dakota Ridge High School received sexually suggestive text from Pate. The two reportedly had a friendly relationship and the teen brushed them off as jokes. But that same boy was reportedly asked to come to Pate's house to help him move a couch, and that's when he was offered beers. A lot of the chatter in Colorado right now is about abolishing the death penalty, but there's another measure lawmakers are considering right now that would also reform the criminal justice system. It's a bill that would wipe the slate clean for low-level offenders. Denver 7's Russell Haythorne is going 360 on what's being called the Clean Slate Bill.
8 long months.
Very life-changing, very humbling.
That's how much time Tammy Garrett Williams spent locked up.
Honestly, it's a mind game when you go inside a prison, when you go inside of halfway houses. It truly is traumatizing.
She was convicted of theft in 2012, a ring of employees stealing from the business they worked for. A white-collar crime Tammy is ashamed of, but part of her past she's ready to move past.
The barriers that happens when you're going out to get a job is actually the fact that you have a criminal background. This is an opportunity for them to clean slate, move on.
She's talking about the Clean Slate bill, a proposal in Colorado that would seal nonviolent misdemeanor crimes after 7 years and level 4 drug-related felonies after 10 years.
For them to be free of the mistakes of their past.
It's a contentious issue, so we're taking it 360, starting with Reverend Amanda Henderson, director of Colorado's Interfaith Alliance.
We are called to compassion and to have this moral center that allows us to see the dignity of every person.
Henderson believes the bill levels the playing field and saves taxpayers and society from being re-victimized.
There are clear statistics that show that if someone is not able to find work and housing, that the chances of them going back to prison are exponentially higher.
Dismissed, dismissed, dismissed.
Linda Drake works at Bayard Enterprises, an employment service. She looks at background checks all the time.
Even those dismissed charges are still being held against that person. We need to stop doing that.
She says Colorado's system is fundamentally flawed because background checks not only show what you've been convicted of, but even dismissed charges, stacking the decks against ex-cons who she says could be great employees.
Because when we've had challenges, we appreciate our job more.
But Sage Nauman argues it's not the role of government to dictate how businesses choose employees.
Leave them alone, let them hire how they want to hire.
He's certainly not lacking empathy.
I come from a unique perspective. I'm the son of a felon who rebuilt his life, built a business, bought a home, and as of 2 days ago, hit 14 years of sobriety. So I understand the value of giving someone a second chance.
But he says this bill creates more problems than it will fix.
These kind of government solutions don't always work the way that they're intended to. 1 in 3 Coloradans have a criminal history, but we have a 2.7% unemployment rate. Is this really a huge issue?
Tammy says, yes, it is.
The system is set up to fail you.
Since her time in prison 7 years ago, she's now become an ordained pastor and launched the Above Waters Project, helping ex-cons stay above water in a system she says is drowning good people.
When I come back out of the prison system, I should be coming out as a human being.
Russell Haythorne.
I came back to say we've got to fix this.
Denver 7.
If your perspective didn't make our report, we want to hear from you. Email us 360@thedenverchannel.com or weigh in right now on the Denver 7 Facebook and Twitter pages. Well, this has been your Denver 7 On Demand update. Thank you for joining us. Check back here later tonight for another update and download the Denver 7 app for breaking news and alerts. I'm Jessica Porter.